But we are here on the guise of saying we need to do something about the deficit. Well, it is the Republican bill that will increase the deficit by trillions. By trillions. So this isn't about the deficit. This is about taking advantage of this moment and jamming through some of the worst environmental laws that this Congress will have seen. I grew up in the beautiful state of New Mexico, where we have some of, I think, the most gorgeous streams and mountains possible. And I hiked those mountains and we fished in those streams. And in some of those streams, you could not fish because mining had killed off everything in those beautiful streams. And it took decades for us to clean it up. And I have traveled through this state and noted the countless abandoned oil and gas wells that were never cleaned up. But I am also from a state that relies on oil and gas for our revenue in order to fund our schools. So we are a state that recognizes the value of this resource. And what have we been doing in the last so many years? We have been saying, you know what? You can pass environmental laws and require that oil and gas companies do not leak methane into the air. You can increase the accountability so that they are not damaging your groundwater. And yes, indeed, you can increase royalty rates. And what happens when you do all these things? Oil and gas production can still go up. So why can't we do the same thing here? We can't do the same thing here because Republicans are in charge. And Republicans, instead of saying, you know what, this is a good time to increase environmental protection, this is a good time to say, you know, those royalty rates that we've had since the 1920s, it was a good idea to increase them? No. Republicans are saying, no, let's go back to the 1920 royalty rate. So think about your own citizens when you decide what you're going to vote on, because you are reducing the amount of revenue that your state will get. Hopefully, you will come to the conclusion that maybe we should not. Maybe we should protect our resources for generations to come so that we can continue to hike and ranch and farm in the beautiful lands that we all grew up in. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.